Hey there, I'm glad you're here because I want to talk to you about something I see happen all the time and something that honestly just breaks my heart a little when it does. I watch sellers, good people who have worked hard for what they have, spend tens of thousands of dollars getting their mountain home ready to list, and so much of that money just simply does not come back. Not because they didn't care, not because they weren't trying to do the right thing, but because what adds value to a mountain home is genuinely different from what adds value to a suburban home. And nobody sat them down and explained that before they started spending. That's what today is all about. I want to sit you down before you spend a single dollar and walk you through exactly what moves the needle in this market and what doesn't. I'm Chad Laracy with the Mountain Life Real Estate Team. We work with buyers and sellers all across the North Georgia mountains. Ellijay, Blue Ridge, Blairsville, Hiwassee, Murphy, and the whole mountain corridor. And after hundreds, even thousands of transactions up here, I can tell you with a good amount of confidence, there is a right way and a wrong way to prepare a mountain property for market. Today you're getting both lists, 10 things that actually add real value in this market with honest numbers, and 5 things that feel like smart moves but aren't. One more thing before we get into it. Stay to the end because the last item on the skip list is the one that I see that costs sellers the most, and almost everybody gets it wrong. So before I get into the list, I want to give you one framework, one idea that I want you to carry through everything else we talk about today. The sellers who net the most aren't the ones who spend the most before listing. They're the ones who spend right. Spending right means understanding one key thing. Mountain buyers are buying a feeling. They're not shopping for countertops and tile. They're buying the vision of mornings on the deck, fires at night, the sound of a creek, space between them and their neighbors. That's what they're paying for. So when you spend money improving mountain home before you list, the question to ask is, does this improve the mountain experience? Does this improve the mountain life? Does this help a buyer feel what they came up here to feel? If yes, it probably moves the needle. And if no, save your money and let the mountain do the selling. Let's start with the most important one, and it might not be what you expect, the deck. On a mountain home, the deck isn't an outdoor feature. The deck is the home. It's the most used room in the house, and I promise you, buyers are forming their first real impression of the property the moment they walk out onto it. A solid, freshly stained deck with tight railings and soundboards tells a buyer this place has been well taken care of. Rotting boards, gray weathered wood that hasn't been touched in years, and railings that wobble when you grab them, that tells a different story. And that story follows the buyer through the rest of the showing. A good deck refresh, clean it up, stain it, replace any compromised boards, tighten the hardware, typically runs between $3,000 to $7,000. Buyers will pay above that in the offer. And if you have the structure and the budget to expand the deck or add a screen porch, even better. You're adding square footage of lifestyle. Start here, always. Next up, the hot tub. And if your cabin doesn't have one, I want you to at least seriously consider this. Here's why. In the short-term rental market, which is a major driver of mountain cabin values, a hot tub is the highest impact single amenity you can have. Properties with a functional hot tub consistently outperform comparable properties without one. That's not my opinion, that's the data. For primary home buyers, it's pure lifestyle. For investor buyers, it's about revenue per night. Either way, you benefit. And here's the thing, if your cabin already has a hot tub that isn't working, fix it or replace it. There is no broken hot tub on a listing that doesn't cost you money. None. Every buyer who sees it is either walking away from it or using it as a negotiation chip. Quality install or replacement runs between $5,000 to $15,000. In most cases, above $400,000. That comes back to you in the full offer price, so don't skip it. All right, this one is pure mountain lifestyle amplification, and it's one of the most cost-effective things on the entire list. A simple gas or wood-burning fire pit runs about $1,500 to $4,000 installed. A built-in outdoor fireplace or stone surround can run $5,000 to $8,000. And in my experience, this almost always comes back to you in the offer, almost always. Why? Because when a buyer stands next to that fire pit during a showing, they're not looking at the rocks and the steel. They're picturing their family gathered around on a Friday night in October. They're already living here in their head. And that mental picture is exactly what you're trying to create. A fire pit helps buyers fall in love. And buyers who fall in love make better offers. Okay, this is the one that surprises sellers almost every time I bring it up, every single time. And then they thank me for it later. A generator. A whole house standby propane generator, the kind that actually detects power outages and kicks on automatically, is one of the most underestimated value adds in all of mountain real estate. And here's why. Mountain buyers know that power outages happen up here, especially buyers coming from the metro area who've done their homework and talked to people who own cabins in the area. A generator signals to the buyer this owner planned ahead. This property is ready for full-time living, for remote work, and for extended stays without risk. A whole house standby unit runs about $8,000 to $20,000 installed, and in most price points, it adds more to your value than it costs. And here's the bonus. Very few comparable properties have one, so when you have one, it really is a differentiator. Buyers remember it. Number 5. A roof isn't exciting, but a bad roof is a deal killer. And I've watched it kill deals that should have crossed the finish line. Roofing is one of the most common inspection flags in mountain home transactions, and one of the most common reasons deals fall apart or get renegotiated hard at the inspection table. A flagged roof creates buyer anxiety, and buyer anxiety either kills deals or costs you money. Asphalt shingles in the mountains typically last 20 to 25 years, sometimes less depending on tree coverage and the pitch of the roof. And if your roof is approaching end of life, get ahead of it. Replace it before you list. A new roof on the disclosure is a confidence signal. It removes a major objection before it ever comes up, and it returns close to full value because you're not handing the buyer something to negotiate with. $8,000 to $20,000 depending on the size and pitch in most cases, and it's worth every single dollar. Right behind the roof, HVAC is the second most common inspection flag in mountain homes. And like the roof, it doesn't have to be a problem if you deal with it proactively. At a minimum, get a full service and inspection done before you list. Clean the filters, check the refrigerant, and make sure the system is running correctly. And if the unit is 12 to 15 years old and showing signs of wear, I'd seriously consider replacing it. A modern, more efficient system is one more line item on the disclosure that says this home has been maintained. And one thing I'd encourage you to look at in mountain properties specifically, mini splits. They're increasingly common and increasingly preferred by buyers. Efficient, zone controlled, and no ductwork. If you're dealing with aging window units or a central system that's struggling, a mini split upgrade could be a really smart investment. A basic service runs a few $100s, and a full replacement is typically $5,000 to $8,000 or more depending on the system. It's worth knowing where you stand before a buyer's inspector finds out first. I want to be really specific here because the wrong version of this is on my skip list in just a few minutes, so pay close attention. I'm not telling you to gut your kitchen. I'm telling you to make targeted, strategic updates that modernize the space without a full renovation budget. Here's what moves the needle. New hardware on the cabinet doors. This is a $200 to $500 move, and the visual difference is significant. A farmhouse sink if you don't already have one, and open shelving to replace a couple of upper cabinets and brighten the space. Butcher block on an island, updated lighting. We're talking $2,000 to $5,000 in materials and some good decision making and targeted work. And the goal isn't to make it look like a full renovation. It's to make it feel like the kitchen belongs in that cabin. Warm, lived in, mountain character. That's what buyers are responding to. Okay, here's my favorite on this whole list because it's the best bang for your buck of anything I'm going to tell you today. For $500 to $1,500 total, you can install a smart lock with keypad access, a smart thermostat, exterior security cameras, and a noise monitoring device. 4 items, under $1,500. And what does that tell a buyer? Well, for an investor buyer, it tells them that this property is short-term rental ready. Automated check-in, managed energy costs, noise monitoring so that the neighbors and the HOA don't have any issues. That's peace of mind, and that's a premium. For a primary home buyer, it's convenience and security. For either buyer, it says this home has been thoughtfully maintained and modernized. 4 items, under $1,500. $1,500, don't overlook this one. Here's something most sellers underestimate, and it shows up in their listing photos. In real estate today, 97% of buyers start their search online. That means your listing photos are your first showing, not the actual tour, the photos. And if your exterior looks weathered, gray, or tired in the photos, well, you're losing buyers before they ever schedule a visit. Log cabins need periodic chinking repairs and fresh stain. Frame cabins need pressure washing and fresh paint or stain on exposed wood. A clean, freshly stained log home, that rich, deep brown, photographs beautifully and signals pride of ownership the second a buyer's eyes land on it. An exterior deep clean and stain runs about $2,000 to $8,000 depending on the size and the material. It's one of the highest impact visual improvements you can make before listing, and it's one almost nobody talks about. Save the most important for last, and this is the one. I want you to really hear me on this. More mountain real estate deals fall apart over well and septic than almost anything else I've seen in the market. And it's not because they're actually a problem. It's because there's no documentation. And that absence of documentation terrifies buyers. Think about who's buying mountain homes. Most of them are coming from the suburbs. They've never had a well. They've never had a septic system. They don't know what good looks like. And when there's nothing in writing to reassure them, that nervousness turns into fear, and fear turns into lost deals. Here's the fix. Before you list, get the well pump tested and the water quality tested. Have the septic system pumped and inspected. Get those reports in hand. And when that buyer asks, and they will ask, you hand them a clean, current inspection report and say, we're good. The cost is around $300 to $2,000 depending on what you need done. And it can be the difference between a $500,000 transaction closing or one falling apart. Please don't overlook this one. Now, the skips. All right, so here's where I get to earn my key, because this is the part where I tell you what not to do. And these are the things I have exact conversation about regularly. Good people with good intentions who are about to spend money that won't come back. These aren't bad ideas in general. They might be great ideas in other contexts. They're just not smart pre-listing investments in the mountain market. And understanding this distinction is how you hold on to your money. Okay, skip number one, a full kitchen or bathroom gut renovation. I have this conversation more than any other, and it always is with someone who has put real thought and love into this plan. A full kitchen renovation in this market returns roughly 50 to 70 cents on every dollar you spend. That means on a $40,000 kitchen gut, you're netting back $20,000 to $28,000 in the offer price. If you're lucky, you are losing $12,000 to $20,000. And here's why it works that way. Buyers want to put their own mark on a major renovation. If your taste doesn't match theirs, and it often doesn't, your $40,000 kitchen looks like a $40,000 problem that they're going to have to live with until they can afford to redo it on their own. That's not a selling point, that's a deterrent. Now, targeted updates, those I told you about, yes. A full gut, no. Save the money, price the property accurately, and let the buyer create the dream kitchen. That's their job, not yours. Skip number two, a swimming pool. I know, the idea of a mountain home with a pool sounds incredible. I understand the appeal completely. But here's the reality in this market. North Georgia's mountain pool season runs roughly Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's 90 to 100 days in ideal conditions. Buyers and investors run that math. They factor in maintenance, insurance, heating, liability, and a short season. And the numbers don't support the cost. Add to that terrain, many mountain lots are steeply sloped, which drives excavation and engineering costs way up. And by the time you're done, you've spent $50,000 to $100,000 or more on a feature that divides buyers right down the middle. Some will love it, and some will view it as a liability. If there's an existing pool on the property, great, open it. Make it look beautiful, feature it. But building one to sell in this market, the math just isn't there. Skip number three, premium flooring throughout. Hardwood floors, wide plank, engineered, all absolutely gorgeous. And here's the frustrating reality. Buyers in this market will not pay you dollar for dollar. Flooring is one of those things where buyers notice if it's terrible and completely take it for granted if it's beautiful. Meaning you'll lose value with bad floors, but you won't gain proportional value with great ones. There's a ceiling on what buyers will pay for it relative to what it costs. And if your floors are damaged, stained, or a real problem, address it. LVP that looks great runs $3 to $6 per square foot installed. That's your move. Clean, durable, attractive. Don't spend $30,000 on premium flooring that will never show up in the offer. Skip number 4, over improving beyond the price ceiling. Every neighborhood, every road, every community has a price ceiling. It's the highest price any home on that street has ever sold for. It's what the market will support, and it's real. If the ceiling on your road is $700,000 and you spend $80,000 improving a home that it was already worth around $650,000, you're not going to sell it for $730,000. The appraisal won't support it. The comps won't support it, and you've given away $50,000. This is exactly why the first call you should make before you spend $1 on improvements is to your real estate agent and not to your contractor. Understanding your price ceiling shapes every decision that comes after it. Know the ceiling, then decide what's worth spending within it. Skip number 5, major additions and significant square footage. And here it is, the one I told you to stick around for. Because this is the one that costs sellers the most, and I see it seriously considered regularly. Adding square footage, building an addition, expanding the footprint. Here's the problem. New construction and addition costs in North Georgia Mountain communities are running between $150 to as much as $250 or more per square foot. But the appraised value for that square footage, based on what comparable homes have actually sold for, may only support $90 to $130 per square foot. That spread means you are losing money, guaranteed. Every dollar over the appraised threshold is a dollar you're spending that you will not see return. And then there's the timeline. A meaningful addition takes 6 to 12 months, maybe more. And during that time, the market keeps moving. Interest rates shift, inventory changes, and the window you had to sell, the moment you could have listed and done really well, may close while you're waiting on permits and contractors. I'd rather help you list smart with the home as it is than watch you spend a year and $100,000 chasing something the market won't give you credit for. Let me bring this all the way home. The sellers who net the most aren't the ones who spend the most. They're the ones who spend right. The neighbor I think about, the one who spent $8,000 and walked away with more than the seller who spent $45,000, here's what they actually did. They refreshed the deck and had it stained. They serviced the HVAC and got a clean report. They pumped and inspected the septic. They cleaned and restained the exterior. And they got out of the way and let the mountain do the selling. The last line, let the mountain do the selling, that's really what all of this comes down to. The mountain is the product. Your job as a seller is to make sure nothing gets in the way of a buyer experiencing it. Fix what breaks the spell and let everything else be. Here's what I'd love to offer you. If you're thinking about selling a mountain property this year, next year, or even just somewhere on the horizon, we do complimentary pre-listing strategy walkthroughs. We come out to your property, we walk it with you, and we give you a completely honest read. What to do, what to skip, and what your realistic market position looks like right now. No sales pitch, no pressure, just a real conversation that could save you a significant amount of money or confirm that you're already in great shape and ready to go. The link to set that up is in the description below, or reach out to us directly at themountainlifeteam.com. We'd love to help. And if this video was helpful, if it made you even think differently about even one decision, I'd really appreciate you sharing it with someone who's thinking about selling. That's the kind of thing that makes a difference for people, and it certainly means a lot to us. Hit subscribe if you want to keep getting information just like this. This content we publish every single week for mountain property owners, buyers, and investors in the North Georgia mountains. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you on the next one.